Gospel Music Today. Now, here are the hosts of Gospel Music Today, Ken and Jean Grady.
Welcome to Gospel Music Today. We are very glad you could be with us. We have Southern Gospel news coming up, some concert updates, and Jean has a feature group.
Our feature group is from Mississippi, and it's Answered Prayer. I will
be talking to Joseph Habedank on today's program, and you've been listening to some new music.
A couple of new CDs, one by the Cannells and one by the Barber family.
And you've been reading?
I've been out online reading Christian Voice magazine.
We were on the road in Marietta, Georgia. We heard Triumphant Quartet sing. We have exclusive video on today's program.
And the archive.
From a few years ago at the Owasso Gospel Opry in Oklahoma, we heard Second Generation sing. Exclusive video on today's program.
Let's go.
You are watching Gospel Music Today. The news is next.
Mark Green is the new lead singer for Paul's Journey of Magnolia, Texas. Mark sang with Forgiven Quartet of Bartlesville, Oklahoma for 19 years. Michael Davis's Dominion Agency has signed Gold City to an exclusive booking agreement. Gold City's new project is Hope for the Journey. Common Bond Quartet of Mount Sterling, Kentucky has signed Bink Mooney as their new bass vocalist. Bink is from Lawton, Oklahoma, and he most recently sang with Forgiven Quartet. Chapel Valley Artist Trio has changed its name to the McMurrays as husband and wife team Chris and Kelly McMurray have added their daughters to the group. Les Butler has announced the signing of Barry Rowland and Deliverance to Butler Music Group. That's a look at some of the happenings in the world of Southern Gospel. You can keep up with the latest Southern Gospel news by reading SGN Scoops Digital Magazine. Take a look at their website at sgnscoops.com. And you can find more Southern Gospel news at our website, gospelmusictoday.com.
We have been on the road.
Yes, we have. We've been down to Marietta, Georgia, and Triumphant Quartet was there. It's always great to see them, and I believe you have a clip.
Yes, we do.
I woke up this morning with happiness inside. Then I was reminded God is good all the time. I'm thankful, so thankful for the love that He showed on the cross on the hill where He paid for every sin. He's faithful, and I'm grateful for the life that He gave so that I could be saved and live forever with Him. Even in a valley I can say, Lord, oh, I'm thankful. Yeah. Are you thankful? Yes. Mercy, hope, and favor, amazing grace and love given by my Savior, shining down from above. I'm thankful, so thankful for the love that He showed on the cross on the hill where He paid for every sin. He's faithful, and I'm grateful for the life that He gave so that I could be saved and live forever with Him. Even in a valley I can say, Lord, oh, I'm thankful. Even
We always enjoy hearing Triumphant Quartet sing They Are the Best of the Best, and we enjoyed that concert produced by our friend Robert York, who does several concerts a year right there in Marietta, Georgia.
Always great concerts. Who has a birthday this week?
Happy birthday to Terry Tony. Terry sang with the Tony Brothers Quartet, and his birthday is on May 20.
And we wish a happy birthday to all our Southern Gospel friends.
We have more singing from Triumphant Quartet coming up in a little bit, but first, Jean has been listening to some new music.
One More River to Cross is a new CD by the Barber family. It was produced by Les Butler, and there's some great songwriters such as Kyla Rowland, Gerald Crabb, Dottie Rambo, and some of the songs were written by members of the group. There's a powerful song on this CD called Tomorrow Never Came. My favorite is I Just Want to Talk to You, Jesus. That's the Barber family with One More River to Cross.
This is a concert update from Gospel Music Today. Glory Bound Quartet sings at Cole Auditorium in Hamlet, North Carolina on June 20. If you're looking for a concert near you, check the search engine at gospelgigs.com. It's very easy to use, and you can always use the links at our website, gospelmusictoday.com.
Answered Prayer from Mississippi was formed in 2007 as a result of a fifth Sunday night sing at a local church. Vance Green and Brian Carney put together a group of guys from the church, and Vance invited his niece, Nikki Bernardo, to come up and sing that night with them. After that night, the group was invited to sing at a few other local churches, and from there, God began to open doors for this ministry. After some changes in the group, Buddy DeWeese joined the group in 2011, and Penny Walters in 2016. You can find out more about this week's feature group at apgospel.com.
We were in Marietta, Georgia for part of the concert series produced by Robert York. Triumphant Quartet sang that night, and we have more exclusive video coming up next on Gospel Music Today.
Still bending broken uncharted waters still makes a way today. He's always brought me through the troubled sea. The one who fed the thousands, whose word could calm the tempest. He's my bread of life, and he's my peace. I still serve an amazing God. He's been with me every mile my weary feet have trod, and he still cares. He still hears. He's still mending broken hearts and drying tears. This old world is bound to change, but I'm glad I know the one who always stays the same. And my song deliver me. Amazing God, you're still amazing me. Amazing me. Amazing God, you're still amazing me.
Coming up next on Gospel Music Today, Ken visits with Joseph Habedank. Welcome back to Gospel Music Today.
We were at the National Quartet Convention. We met an old friend, Joseph Habedank, and that's up next on Gospel Music Today. We are at the National Quartet Convention with me, Joseph Habedank. And Joseph, we want to welcome you to Gospel Music Today.
Thank you so much. I'm so honored to be back. You know, it's one of my first interviews that was on YouTube. Was Gospel Music Today when I was probably 19 or 20. I was still with the Perrys.
Yeah.
And I remember I had a brown suit on with a red tie, and I looked like I was about 10 years old. And I kept wondering, I wonder when they're going to ask me to come back, because I've got a lot to share. It's been about 12 years ago. I know we've done a little small interviews here and there, but I'm so glad to be back. Thank you so much.
Well, it's good to have you back. And because we were at the National Quartet Convention, we don't know exactly when this will be on the program, because we record ahead of time. But we have to say this was the day of the Singing News Fan Awards.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting here with the favorite soloist in the Fan Awards. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I always tell people it's very humbling, because when you start a new ministry, you're just never sure if people are going to latch on to it, especially when it's a group-driven industry.
Yeah.
They love harmony, they love quartets, and I do too. I was raised on it. But I knew God was telling me to become a solo artist, and I was scared because my record company said, no, you need to start a group. The only person I had on board was Jesus and my wife. And I knew if I had those two's blessing, I knew I'd be okay. And so we did it, and we stepped out in faith, and God has been so gracious and good to us. And I'm so humbled and grateful and honored that I get to do this.
Yeah. Well, you had good backing with those two.
Yeah.
But I don't know how much you can tell from the stage, but we were watching the Fan Awards sitting towards the back. And when you sang, I mean, the response was just strong. I mean, everybody gets applause no matter what. But
Right.
You can feel it when it's strong applause. So people like what you're doing.
Well, I think a lot of it has to do with